Are you ready to finally fulfill your dream of becoming an author? Writing a book is a huge accomplishment, and it can be a total game changer for your career. Having a book gets you to that next level, and it makes you really stand out as a leader in your field. Whether your goal is to build your personal brand, book some highly paid speaking engagements, kickstart your business, or just boost your income in general, becoming an author will help. Gaining your insights on paper is also a great way to help the people you serve and share your story in a way that can make a real impact and difference in other people's lives. But you already knew all that stuff, right? What you may not know is that 80% of people say they want to write a book, but obviously only a tiny fraction of those people are able to make their dreams a reality. I want to help you become one of the people who actually crosses the finish line. Writing a book can be hard, but it is so much easier if you don't have to do it through trial and error. Trust me, I have been there. So I've worked with countless people who've had the credentials for becoming best-selling nonfiction authors. So Fortune 500 C-suite leaders, Ivy League business school graduates, entrepreneurs who built multi-million-dollar businesses, university professors, highly paid professional speakers, people who have cultivated massive online followings, all these super successful people. But when it comes to writing a book, I've seen them all struggle to get their thoughts on paper in a coherent way that flows well, aligns with their brand, and provides valuable information. In many of these cases, I've spent more time editing their books than it would have taken me to ghostwrite the whole thing from scratch. So from my work with all these people, I realized that when authors struggle to write their books, the root cause is the lack of a high-quality outline. Organizing your topics in certain ways can either set you up for success or failure. If you get your outline wrong, it's almost impossible to make it work when you start writing. That's how people get stuck and they don't finish. So after ghostwriting 9 books and a bunch of others through editing and outlining manuscripts, I learned that one thing that I'm oddly good at is helping people wrangle a lot of ideas into an order that flows really well. We all have our gifts, right? Mine is helping people see through the chaos of all the different ways they could tell their story and identifying the best possible option for moving forward. In this course, I've taken my process that's worked for authors in my one-on-one coaching practice, as well as my process for ghostwriting, and I came up with a formula that will help you figure out how to properly position your book and create the right outline for your content. So I've broken it down into individual lessons where I personally walk you through everything you need to know. We'll start out by doing a deep dive on your goals, target market, personal brand, and how all of that plays a role in deciding what kind of book you should write. This seems like a simple thing, but most of the time when I work with authors, this process ends up being more complex than they originally anticipated. And it's important to get it right because small nuances can end up making a big difference in whether your book will actually support your goals when it comes out. Next, I'll also walk you through 5 pitfalls of organizing your content into chapters. A lot of times, things that seem like good ideas for your outline can actually cause a lot of problems later. When you know what those things are, it's easy to avoid them and it will save you a ton of time later. Finally, I'll show you how to take all of your potential ideas for your book, assess them, put them into the right groups, and create solid outlines for each chapter. My dog is making an appearance in this video. You're going to be amazed at how well this process actually works. I've worked with a bunch of authors who said there's no way they've been able to wrap their head around what kind of book they should write without going through this program. So I'll be totally honest with you that I charge up to $4,000 for doing this work with authors one-on-one. I told some of my clients about this course, and they said that doing a self-guided version of the process would be worth at least $2,000. I'm offering this to you for $997. I'm also including some bonuses to give you even more value. You'll get lessons on how to make your content more interesting, how to build the right support team for your book when you're writing, and how to get book endorsement quotes. And just to make you even more comfortable making this investment in yourself and your dream, I'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you truly feel like the course did not help you on your journey to becoming an author, just send us an email and we'll refund your money. I cannot wait to help you transform your thoughts into the perfect outline that will give you clarity and confidence and make writing easy. Don't put off your dream any longer. Sign up and let's get started.